5 p.m. Meeting has been provided in accordance with section 3D of chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, commonly known as the Sunshine Law. Roll call, please.
Paul Murray,
Here?
No, hold on. You're muted.
Nah, my audio's on.
No, he's not.
same thing was happening with me.
Can't hear you, Paul.
Can't hear
Is that our?
It might not
It's
be.
on our side.
you. It's on our side.
Yeah, I guess Judy and Lou could hear me.
Yeah, do you hear me?
I can hear.
We can't hear Lou, we can't hear Judy.
Audio is probably not selected on the right.
Where's Judy?
Our meeting too, just talking about it.
on Zoom?
Yeah.
Grab the watch that.
Hear us now? Testing 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh,
I was worried. Jose Reyes,
Here.
Judy Nelson,
Here.
Grace Ann Kelly. Here. Ryan Messinger,
Here.
Jose Maderos,
Here.
Philip Bellin,
Here.
Brad Nelson,
Here.
Ken Shalet,
Here.
Jeff Coletti,
Here.
Steve DiLorenzo, Daniel McDonald,
Here. Steve did send me a text. He has a conflict with the school.
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
One
a
nation.
nation,
School.
under
Created justice for all. Think I make a motion that when people are on Zoom, they lip sync. Second. All those in favor? Aye.
2 second delay or?
Yeah.
Does create quite a backup.
Okay.
We're going mute.
Who does the owl look at when we're all doing that?
Well, it's
Does it-
split screen, it was talking, it was showing you right now,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and now it's split and showing Ken.
all right, we do have a, need a motion to open for public comment on the agenda items.
So moved.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Suzanne, you're the only one that's for the public today. Okay,
motion to close to the public.
second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, I did have a discussion with Tom this week, and Monica also, we're setting up to possibly have an extremely busy summertime. Depending on how things roll, there's a few individuals, with possible applications that are coming out. And then naturally, anything that we hear about any other changes. So see what happens. So we enjoy when we don't have anything similar to tonight. This might end very, very rapidly.
Thank God for Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be down, up actually. You'll be up, so. Let's do minutes first, the May 12th, 2025 meeting minutes.
There's just one error I mentioned to the ladies, said this evening. I was on Zoom last evening. I wasn't present in, I was down.
Still. Right.
That's true.
Yeah, but-
But if we say Paul was Zoom, you gotta be fair. I was Zoom.
Ah.
so I was a Zoom.
They have corrections, changes?
The motion to accept the minutes with one, correction.
Second.
Further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Against? Abstention? Motion open to public comment.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anything, Suzanne?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Motion to close public comment?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mayor?
Just two things, both affordable housing related. So next meeting, we should have the affordable housing, our planning board review and approval of the plan, that needs to be approved and out to the, court by June 30th. It does not, just so people know and understand, it does not need to be, approved by the township committee before that time. So the planning board is the final approval. So, I intend to be at that meeting in person, and if everybody can please make sure to review with adequate time. We've been working with our planner trying to get that out to you, so you have time to review and then attend the meeting, would be great. The other thing that's moving quickly, that's interesting and just monitoring, no action to be taken on the planning board, but there is a state bill moving, like I said, shared quickly to put affordable housing inside master plan, which would essentially negate most current master plans as being within conformance. And it would force us to open the master plan back up and bring the planner back in. And so the Conference of Mayors and the League of Municipalities strongly oppose that, but it is moving rather quickly. I believe it already has Senate approval, or at least is on the Senate roster for a vote. It's made through committee on the Senate side. So it's a rather, I say, extreme and moving quickly to include affordable housing as part of the master plan.
Would that be above and beyond the part that we already have in the master plan? The first
Correct. It would be a mandated module with specifications that we would have to follow. So it would be above and beyond what we already have. We may be closer to compliance than others, but it would deem most master plans to be no longer conforming.
Right.
And the way the bill is written takes effect immediately. There's no time for compliance. I assume that they're going to have to do that if they do end up approving it. So we'll see where it goes. It may also end up being a bargaining chip as we get to the budget in the next few weeks, but it seems to have a lot of support.
It seems like affordable housing this round has been expedited exponentially over previous years. I mean, we've never,
I think the last
Agreed.
round.
Yeah.
You don't think the last round was the same thing was done last time?
I agree that I think it's even quicker this round. While we had discussions as mayors and municipalities, I don't feel adequate time was given to properly craft round 4. And there are certain legislators that are that have strong support in caucuses that move these rather quickly, and that's where this is coming from as well.
I guess the last time we were waiting for the judge to make a determination, and then we had no time, right?
Yeah. I think that the quickness of this is actually the regulation of the numbers, the regulation, the process was all determined within about 2 months, and this new revelation of adding it to the master plan showed up like 2 weeks ago and has already made it to the Senate floor. So there is it's and I think it's the difference between the speed of our having to respond and the rules that we have to apply to comply with being created, and that's what's moving really quickly.
Right.
Those are my like I said, those are my only 2 really land use updates, and so all affordable housing related.
Judy?
No, I'm good tonight.
Okay, any board members have anything?
Just a, I'm sorry.
Good.
A question. Everybody, you probably received the newspaper from the county, and things that are moving forward, grants and whatnot. And I just had a question about the one, how it works with, the municipal police forces, and money's been allotted to municipalities for things that, for the public safety and whatnot. I forget how much right offhand, I didn't bring the paper with me, and I should have. So our town will get some money, he said, because even those that don't have their own, they're allowing, certain money, that's 500,000 or something like that, for, safety and whatnot. Did anybody else read that and hear that?
I can clarify from the municipal side if you'd like. I believe that there are 11 municipalities in Hunter County without police departments that are represented by state police, Bethlehem being one of those. So there's $100,000 of that grant program allocated. So a little less than $10,000 per town, depending if everybody applies or not. And then I think there was $25,000 to towns with a police department. So Bethlehem is going to apply. It's due August 1st. We're applying for two things. The first are the lighted speed signs that we can move throughout town because people have been asking for those, and we borrow them from Go Hunterdon. So we intend to purchase at least one, maybe two of those, depending on cost. And Mr. Lenzi, as OEM, has identified some deficiencies in our traffic management cones and signage with DPW. So we'll be updating a few pieces within that cadre of traffic management signs as well. So those are the two things we were intending to do with that grant.
Okay. And then also with the parks too. I know, and Judy's very involved with that, with the parks. There's also money's going to our way in that. What, are there been any plans for anything, or, has the community said what they'd like, or I'm just curious now. I didn't see anything about that.
We'll be applying for the parks as well. I don't know if Judy, if you want to, I want to take away any report if you'd like to share what we're thinking about.
Well, we've been very fortunate the last few years to get very generous grants for the parks. The culmination that you'll be seeing shortly this summer will be the new inclusive playground that we got. DPW, the guys are currently putting that equipment together, and we're going to be moving it all to the park within the next few weeks. Pickleball court will be going in, which was a result of another grant. We did unfortunately not get a grant for this year. So we will be reapplying for some monies for next year. I'm sorry, and I also am remiss. Last year, we also were approved for probably a fitness court down at the park, which would be adjacent to the pickleball court. So yes, we are very fortunate with what we've been getting in terms of grants, recreational grants down there. Not 100%, but I would say we're getting 90% approval on everything that we would like to do. And we will keep plugging away every time an opportunity comes up.
And
did I miss anything?
No, just with the parks, did we apply for any of it or for this year and it was denied, or do they?
Yeah, we were, we did not get one of the grants for this year.
The
rec grant.
Yeah, there's two. So we've been fortunate to receive grants from DCA.
Correct.
For the park. And so the DCA grant this year allowed expansion to other community facilities, I think is the way they phrased it. So it's not just parks. So we took a chance and we applied for an audio video.
I was just thinking about the park. I wasn't thinking about the community center.
Yeah, we were applying for audio video upgrades and kitchen upgrades to the community center, which was denied from DCA. But we will be applying to the grant you're referencing, Grayson, is a county grant. That's also due, I believe, in the end of August or beginning of September. We'll be applying for that as well.
Thanks.
Okay. Monica, do you have anything?
No, just that, we've got, it's in the newspaper about the hearing on the 23rd. So it's not just we're gonna look at it, it's actually a public hearing. So we'll have public comment on that. As well as, all of the applications that are in process like the one that we deemed incomplete, there hasn't been any responses to, but there's activity, there's conversation, there's, and there's two more that are, people have sent in drafts and asked, did they miss anything kind of thing before they send in the full application? So we're looking at like between 4 and 6 that should be coming pretty quickly.
All right. I do have a question. Paul,
Yes,
that property above Kalen Farm where the illegal, landfilling went on, has anything happened on that?
on Gross, that was the Gross Drive.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, the engineer is continuing to follow up on that. There is testing and remediation ongoing.
Yeah, because that'd be important just to test at least.
Yeah, there is a testing plan, and our new zoning officer is getting up to date on that, but it requires testing. So the engineer has been involved, and he's been the I want to say the point of continuity between the change and zoning officers up there.
Right, yeah. Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Okay, done.
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Hey, guys.
Lou, hold on.
Yeah?
Leave it on, please.
Let's stop the recording.
Stop the recording.
He's recording too.
Stop. Lou,
Yeah,
we have a personal issue on the board, so please